Everyone says they're loyal, until loyalty costs them something. That's the part nobody tells you. People will say, "I'm always here for you. I'd never switch up on you. You can trust me. I'm solid. I'm different." And for a while, you believe them. Because loyalty is one of those words people wear so easily, like honesty, like love, like respect. But real loyalty is not proven in good moods, easy seasons, shared jokes, late-night talks, or words spoken when everything is comfortable. Real loyalty is proven when truth becomes uncomfortable, when your needs stop being convenient, when your success threatens them, when your pain becomes heavy, when your boundaries stop benefiting them, when your shadow no longer flatters their image of you. That is when people reveal themselves. Carl Jung understood something brutal about human nature. Most people do not relate to the real you. They relate to the version of you that fits their needs, confirms their ego, supports their fantasy, or keeps their inner world undisturbed. So when people say they are loyal, what they often mean is, "I am loyal to the version of you that does not challenge me. I am loyal while this relationship benefits me. I am loyal as long as your growth does not expose my stagnation. I am loyal until being close to you costs me comfort, status, attention, convenience, or control." And that is why so many people get betrayed by those they trusted most. Not because they were foolish, but because most fake loyalty doesn't look fake in the beginning. It looks warm, it looks consistent, it looks supportive, it looks sincere, until the relationship enters a season where something deeper is required, and then suddenly the energy changes. Now let's be clear, this video is not about becoming paranoid. It's not about interrogating everyone in your life. It's not about manipulating people with tests. This is about discernment, because there are certain questions that don't just reveal what people say. They reveal how they think, how they feel, what they value, what role you actually play in their inner world. And the truth is, if you ask the right question, you won't just hear their answer. You'll hear their fear, you'll hear their ego, you'll hear their hidden resentment, you'll hear whether they love your soul or just your usefulness. So, in this video, we're going to explore 2 questions that test someone's true loyalty, but with a deeper twist. Because in Jungian terms, loyalty is not just about support. It is about whether a person can remain connected to you when your reality stops feeding their persona. That is where the mask slips. That is where the shadow enters the room. And that is where true loyalty becomes very rare. Before we get to the 2 questions, we need to understand why loyalty is so misunderstood. Because many people think loyalty means agreement. It doesn't. Some think loyalty means always taking your side. It doesn't. Some think loyalty means staying physically close, texting consistently, showing up at birthdays, or talking to you every day. That still isn't enough. Real loyalty is much deeper than proximity. It means a person remains true to the relationship even when their ego is no longer being fed by it. That's rare, because a lot of relationships are not built on loyalty. They are built on exchange. You validate me, I stay. You support me, I stay. You entertain me, I stay. You need me, I stay. You make me feel important, I stay. You stay the same, I stay. But the moment you change, the moment you say no, the moment you grow, the moment you become inconvenient, the moment you require truth instead of performance, the hidden contract gets exposed, and suddenly the person who said they were loyal starts becoming distant, passive-aggressive, vague, cold, defensive, or strangely absent. Why? Because they were never loyal to you. They were loyal to what they were receiving from you. That's the Jungian wound at the center of so many relationships. People don't always love reality. They love the role you play in their psychic balance. So when you disturb that balance, you see who was attached to your essence and who was attached to your function. That's why the two questions in this video matter, because they expose whether a person is loyal to your comfort or loyal to your becoming, loyal to your usefulness or loyal to your humanity. Now let's get into the first question. Question 1. If I was wrong, would you tell me the truth, even if it upset me? This is the first question. Simple on the surface, dangerous underneath. If I was wrong, would you tell me the truth, even if it upset me? Watch what happens when you ask this. Not just what they say, how they say it. Do they answer too fast? Do they laugh it off? Do they become uncomfortable? Do they say, "Of course," but you know they avoid hard conversations? Do they get overly intense, as if they've been waiting for permission to criticize you? Do they become vague and flattering? Because this question exposes something enormous, whether they are loyal to your growth or only loyal to your comfort. A truly loyal person does not just protect your feelings. They protect your future. They care enough to risk temporary discomfort in order to preserve what is real between you. They are not cruel. They are not eager to humble you. They are not secretly excited to finally be honest. That's important, because fake loyalty splits in two directions when asked this question. The first type will flatter you. They'll say, "No, you're good. You're fine. That's just how people are. I wouldn't want to upset you." Sounds kind, sounds safe, sounds easy, but often it is cowardice dressed as kindness, because some people would rather preserve access to you than tell you the truth. They want harmony more than honesty, and that is not loyalty. That is maintenance. The second type is even darker. These are the people who suddenly become brutally honest. But what comes out of them is not clean truth. It is stored resentment, buried envy, passive aggression with philosophical language, a chance to wound you under the disguise of keeping it real. That is not loyalty either. Loyal truth has a very specific energy. It is careful, grounded, reluctant but willing, firm but not punishing, clear but not humiliating. A loyal person does not enjoy your discomfort. They simply respect reality more than image, and that is rare. Because Jung understood that most people are deeply identified with persona, the mask, the role, the version of themselves that maintains acceptance. To tell someone the truth risks disrupting that mask, and many people are too dependent on approval, peacekeeping, or control to do it. So when you ask someone, "If I was wrong, would you tell me the truth, even if it upset me?" you are not just testing honesty. You are testing courage. You are testing emotional maturity. You are testing whether they can love you without worshipping your comfort. And here is the deeper twist. You can also tell a lot by how a person has answered this question without words throughout your relationship. Have they ever respectfully corrected you? Have they ever warned you when you were about to self-destruct? Have they ever told you something difficult because they genuinely cared? Or have they only told you what kept things smooth? Because many people seem loyal when you are easy to agree with. The real test comes when truth creates friction. That's where loyalty separates itself from attachment. A person loyal to your image will say what keeps you pleased. A person loyal to your soul will say what keeps you real. And yes, that kind of person is harder to find, because most people don't want relationships built on truth. They want relationships built on emotional convenience. So if someone cannot tell you the truth when you need it, they may be close to you, but they are not safe for your growth. Now let's go deeper, because this question doesn't just reveal their loyalty. It reveals their shadow. If they are terrified to tell you the truth, maybe they fear rejection. Maybe they need to be liked. Maybe they cannot tolerate conflict. Maybe they confuse love with appeasement. If they suddenly become harsh, maybe they've been storing silent judgment. Maybe they've been smiling on the surface while resenting you underneath. Maybe your vulnerability gave them access, but not true goodwill. This is why the answer matters less than the energy. Jung believed that what remains unconscious leaks out in tone, timing, projection, and emotional charge. So don't just listen to the words. Study the emotional texture. A loyal person's truth feels clean, even when it stings. A disloyal person's truth feels either absent or contaminated. And once you learn that, you stop being impressed by people who are merely agreeable. Because agreement is easy, loyalty is expensive. Question 2. If I could do nothing for you, would you still want the same relationship with me? This is the second question, and this one is brutal. If I could do nothing for you, would you still want the same relationship with me? Pause there, because this question cuts through almost everything. Not surface affection, not convenience, not chemistry, not shared history, not the performance of closeness. This question tests whether the bond is rooted in being or in benefit. Would they still want you if you stopped giving advice, stopped solving problems, stopped being available on demand, stopped bringing status, access, attention, emotional labor, money, comfort, connections, validation, or usefulness? Would they still want you if you could offer nothing but your humanity? That question terrifies exploitative people, because many people are not attached to you. They are attached to what your presence gives them, and as long as you are useful, they feel loving. That's why some people seem deeply loyal when you're strong, helpful, generous, funny, resourceful, stable, forgiving, or emotionally available. But the moment you become tired, limited, human, in need, uncertain, less useful, their energy shifts. Now they are distant. Now they are too busy. Now they feel burdened. Now they don't understand you. Now they act like you changed. But maybe you didn't change. Maybe your usefulness did. And that exposed the foundation of the relationship. This is one of the darkest truths about human nature. A lot of people can stay near you for years without ever being loyal to you. They are loyal to access, loyal to comfort, loyal to the version of you that makes their life easier, loyal to your light, but not your darkness, loyal to your giving, but not your limits, loyal to your usefulness, but not your soul. Jung might say that people often relate to others as functions in their inner economy: the strong friend, the wise one, the healer, the fixer, the successful one, the stable one, the entertaining one, the emotionally available one. And when you stop performing that function, they feel betrayed, not because you harmed them, but because their unconscious contract with you has been broken. That's why this question is so revealing. Because a loyal person does not panic when your role changes. They adjust with you. They stay connected to your essence, not just your output. They may miss who you used to be. They may struggle sometimes, but they do not abandon you the moment you become inconvenient. A disloyal person, on the other hand, will often answer this question with sentiment, but live the opposite. They'll say, "Of course I'd still be here. You know I love you. It's not about that." But then watch. How do they treat you when you are depleted? How do they act when you stop overgiving? How do they respond when you say no? How interested are they in you when you're no longer useful to their ego or comfort? Because again, behavior is the real answer. Words only tell you what image they want to maintain. Patterns tell you what they truly worship. This second question hurts because almost everyone wants to believe they are loved for who they are. Not for what they provide, not for what they solve, not for how available they are, not for how easy they are to consume. But a lot of people don't discover the truth until life strips them down. Illness, burnout, depression, failure, grief, boundary setting, transformation, a season of withdrawal, a season where they simply cannot perform their usual role anymore, and suddenly they watch who remains. That is one of the most painful educations life gives. But it is also one of the clearest, because loyalty becomes visible the moment benefit disappears. And this is where the Carl Jung vibe cuts deeper. True loyalty requires a person to relate to your deeper self, not just your social function. That means they must be capable of love beyond utility, and many people are not. Not because they are evil, but because they are unconscious. They don't even realize how transactional they are. They call it closeness. They call it friendship. They call it love. But the minute your value stops serving their immediate needs, their investment evaporates. That is not relationship. That is consumption. Now, let's make something clear. Do not use these questions like weapons. Do not ask them with bitterness. Do not ask them to trap people. Do not ask them because you want to confirm your worst fears. Ask them, or at least hold them internally, as tools of discernment. Because the point is not to become suspicious of everyone. The point is to become honest about what kind of bonds you are actually living inside. Some people are companions for a season. Some are situational. Some are transactional. Some are familiar but not loyal. Some are affectionate but not brave. Some are present but not true. And a few, a very few, are loyal in the rarest sense. They can tell you the truth without trying to dominate you. They can stay connected to you when you are no longer useful in the way you once were. Those people are gold. And if you find one, protect that relationship with maturity. Because modern life produces a lot of contact, but very little loyalty. Here is the twist most people avoid. These two questions are not just for others, they are for you. Because it is easy to ask, who is loyal to me? It is much harder to ask, am I loyal in the same way I demand others to be? Would you tell the truth to someone you love, even if it upset them? Or do you go silent, flatter, avoid, and call it peace? Would you stay close to someone if they stopped benefiting you? Or are you also attached to roles, output, convenience, emotional supply? This is the Jungian mirror. The shadow is not only out there, it is in us too. Maybe part of why betrayal hurts so deeply is that it forces us to face how conditional human love can be, including our own. That is why discernment must come with humility. Yes, learn to read people, but also become the kind of person whose loyalty is not based on comfort alone. Become the kind of person who can hold truth without cruelty. Become the kind of person who can love others when they are stripped of performance. Because if you only use psychology to expose others, you become cynical. But if you use it to refine your own character, you become wise. So what do these two questions really reveal? Not just loyalty, they reveal whether someone can endure reality. Question 1 reveals whether they can endure the discomfort of truth. Question 2 reveals whether they can endure the loss of benefit. And those two pressures expose almost everything, because most false relationships collapse under one of them. The truth becomes too uncomfortable, or the usefulness disappears. And when that happens, the mask falls. That's why some people vanish when you need honesty, others vanish when you need support, others stay physically present but emotionally disappear, others become resentful the moment you stop being easy, others become strangely cold the moment your life no longer feeds their self-image. And slowly, painfully, you begin to see, not everyone around you is with you. Some are with the version of you that keeps them comfortable. That realization hurts, but it also frees you. Because once you stop confusing attention with loyalty, agreement with loyalty, history with loyalty, closeness with loyalty. You start protecting your heart with more intelligence. So, if you want to test someone's true loyalty, remember these two questions. If I was wrong, would you tell me the truth, even if it upset me? And, if I could do nothing for you, would you still want the same relationship with me? These are not ordinary questions. They cut beneath politeness, beneath sentiment, beneath performance, beneath the carefully managed image people try to present. Because true loyalty is not loud. It does not need to advertise itself constantly. It reveals itself quietly, in truth told with care, in presence that survives inconvenience, in love that remains when utility disappears, in consistency that does not depend on what you are providing, in respect that does not collapse when you change, in a bond that can face both discomfort and limitation without turning false. That is rare, so rare that many people spend years surrounded, but not truly supported, praised, but not protected, wanted, but not loved, useful, but not known. And if that realization finds you in this season of your life, don't become bitter, become precise, because one loyal person is worth more than a crowd of flattering opportunists. One honest soul is worth more than 10 agreeable pretenders. One person who can handle your truth and your humanity is worth more than all the people who only loved your light while you were easy to consume. So watch carefully, ask deeper questions, listen beyond words. And remember, the real test of loyalty is never how people hold you when you are convenient. It is how they meet you when truth becomes uncomfortable and when your usefulness disappears. That is where love becomes real, or reveals that it never was. Comment below. Loyalty begins where comfort ends. Subscribe for more. Psychology, Carl Jung, human nature, shadow work, emotional intelligence, and deep relationship insight.